Section 6.4, Solving Rational Equations. When subtracting or adding fractions, we must first find a common denominator and also change the numerators, and then add or subtract. An easier way is to find the common denominator, which in this case is 3x, and multiply every single term on both sides of the equal sign by that common denominator of 3x. In the first fraction, the 3x's reduce out, leaving just the 4. In the second fraction, the x reduces out, leaving just the 3 times x plus 2. And on the other side of the equal sign, 1 times 3x is 3x. Now we can multiply out the negative 3, and that gives us 4 minus 3x minus 6 equals 3x. To solve for x, we need to get all variable terms on one side of the equal sign and constants on the other. And here we have like terms. 4 minus 2x is negative 2. Minus 3x equals 3x. Add 3x to both sides of the equal sign to get the variable terms together, and we end up with negative 2 equals 6x. Now divide both sides by 6 to get x alone, and we end up with x equals negative 1/3. Make sure you reduce your fraction. In this example, we need to find the common denominator by first factoring this denominator here on the right side of the equal sign. Remember, it is the difference of two squares, so the factors are x plus 2 and x minus 2. That's our new denominator. Now we're going to multiply every single term on both sides of the equal sign by x plus 2 times x minus 2. And right here, the x plus 2 cancels out, leaving x minus 2 times x. The second fraction, when we multiply by the common denominator, x plus 2, x minus 2, the x minus 2 cancels out, leaving 2 times x plus 2. And on the other side of the equal sign, when we multiply by the common denominator of x plus 2 times x minus 2, both cancel out, leaving only the x plus 6. Now we need to multiply out the x and multiply out the 2, and that gives us x squared minus 2x plus 2x plus 4 equals x plus 6. Like terms cancel out. Negative 2x plus 2x is 0, leaving x squared plus 4 equals x plus 6. Since we have a quadratic equation, and I know this because we have a square variable, we need to get all terms on one side of the equal sign and 0 on the other. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I'm going to subtract the 6 from both sides. And that gives me x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. Now factor the x squared minus x minus 2 by setting down your two sets of parentheses. Factors of x squared are x and x. Factors of negative 2, that when you add them give you negative 1, would be negative 2 plus 1. Now set each set of parentheses equal to 0 and solve for x in both cases. Here I add 2 to both sides of the equal sign, and that gives me x equals 2. Here I subtract 1 from both sides of the equal sign, and that gives me x equals negative 1. So I have two solutions. Make sure you double check your answers by plugging both back in to your original equation and make sure that they work. In this case, they both work. I'm sorry, in this case, when I replace x minus 2 with 2, I get 0, and that's undefined. So we throw out the x equals 2, and we have a single solution of x equals negative 1.